Estiva, this is GF Laserbolt from GamerFusion.com, and what is going on, agents? Today we're going to be talking about what are the best abilities you can pick in order to be a monster when it comes to playing the Division. Not only is it going to be helpful for when you're playing within the Dark Zone, but also when you're doing challenges. I'm pretty sure a good portion of you guys are level 30s already, and you guys are like, oh, let's do, let's challenge modes, let's do hard modes. But the majority of things that happen when you're doing these missions or when you're playing the Dark Zone is you constantly go down. And the reason you go down is because you don't have the right abilities or you don't have the right setup to actually sustain the damage that's being output. As you remember, when you do the challenge modes, you hit level 32s, they start lobbing nades at you, you get one-shotted by a sniper, you go down. So what abilities are needed for you to actually avoid going down or doing as much damage as possible? So we're going to go ahead and cover two aspects of this. We're going to be covering a solo build in case you're playing by yourself and you're joining a team that's currently via matchmaking. And we are going to be going over a build if you guys are with a team. So let's go ahead and open up our ability skill set right quick and find out exactly what abilities we need to have. So first and foremost, as you guys already know, there's medical, tech, and security. Each of these represents a different branch of the way your build you want to be. Remember, this class, this build that we're going to be doing today is going to be primarily focused on you outputting as much damage as possible and resisting as much damage as possible. So here we go. First and foremost, you're going to go to the one which is the first aid ready, and that is going to be a medical perk. And that medical perk, you're going to want to go ahead and equip the following mod. You're going to go this way and all the way to the fourth one, which is called Booster Shot. So what exactly does Booster Shot do, and what are we able to do within this weapon? So it says temporarily increase damage for the effective targets in addition to the normal healing effect. So this does two things. If you guys remember, when you go ahead and you place down your medical pod, it has different types of perks that it does, but this one right here in particular, it allows you to actually deal more damage to the ads, plus it also heals you. So what exactly does it do in total? So as you guys notice, it does 5,000, almost 6,000 self-healing, 8,000 ally healing. It gives you the same amount of range, but it also reduces the deploy range of 40 meters. So it kind of gives you an idea of, in general, it's always going to be the same amount of healing aspect of it. But the biggest difference with this one is that it allows you to output more damage. So once you place your pod, not only is it going to be healing you, but you're going to be doing more damage when you guys are shooting. So this is actually a really, really good build to do, especially if you're placing this down. Now, if you're running solo, this is going to be very effective, especially if you're joining in matchmaking. When you place your pod, the people that you're shooting or the people you're joining will be putting more damage and also getting healed. So that's number one. Next up, we're going to go to the bottom, which is another medical one. And this one right here, we are going to go ahead and go to equip mod. So which one is good in this one? The one I want to recommend you is this one. This is specifically, guys, especially if you're doing challenge mode. If you're doing challenge mode, this is kind of a must-to-have ability. The reason is we're going to find out what it does. So it's called Ammo Cache. While close to the device, allies regain their ammo as they reload, and skill cooldown recovers a lot faster. So this does two things. This does the following. First and foremost, it gives you the ability to not only regain your ammo. So if you're shooting a clip, if you're shooting your gun, it's going to reload that ammo of your gun, and you're not going to be wasting ammo. As you know, guys know, when we're doing challenge modes, if you're running an SMG, assault rifle, or anything like that, your ammo is going to be going down. You're going to be like, where's the resupply box? Where's the resupply box? Because your ammo is constantly going down. What this does is when you place this down, or when when your allies, or when you are close to the vicinity of of the circle, this will go ahead and allow your ammo to always stay constantly as you reload. So let's say you waste 30 bullets, you'll have those 30 bullets without them even going to waste. So you'll always have that same amount of bullets regardless of what happens. But not only that, it also gives you the ability that your skill cooldown recovers a lot faster when you're using this ability. So when you're using this ability, your skill will be charging back. So for what exactly is the skill and what exactly does the skill do? Now there's two skills I want to point out to you guys that I recommend depending if you're running solo or if you're running by yourself. So this is the one I want to recommend if you guys are running by a team. This is called Tactical Link Cooldown. This is a increased damage and critical hit damage, and critical hit chance to the user and all nearby allies. So if you run this one, this is going to give you an increased damage. You're going to be able to not only output the damage, but the damage buff is 50% buff of what you currently output. So let's say your gun does 12,000 damage. This is going to kick it up. Every single time that you're using it, it's going to kick it up a notch of 50%. Now, if you're running with this one, this one actually goes ahead and multiplies your buff. So let's say you do 12,000. When you first hit, you're going to be outputting 24,000 by the end of time. Remember, this one's used every time you shoot. It goes up and it ups the buff of the buff. So this one in particular, Tactical Link, it increases the damage and critical hit chance to the user and all nearby allies. So for example, if you're shooting someone, it's going to increase the damage that you output to that specific person, but it's also going to give you a boost to get a critical hit on that person. Not only that, but it also does it to the rest of your allies. So it actually has a lot of potential. So think of this one as the hitbox, like when you're aiming at someone's head, the hitbox becomes 20% larger when you're shooting this one because you have a 20% critical hit chance of landing that headshot, which, as you guys know, if you hit a headshot, the more damage you do with this weapon. Now, this is the build I would pick, especially if I'm running with a team. If you're running solo and you're joining someone else, you have two different types to pick from. You have Recovery Link and you have Survivor Link. Now, Recovery Link heals and cures the user and nearby allies, revives down allies with range, can overheal beyond maximum health. This is the one I would personally pick if I'm running by myself. The reason why I will pick this one is because if you go down, sometimes it's very hard to communicate if people are not in party chat or they're not in game chat. So this one will automatically not only heal you and cure you, but it also revives down allies within range, which makes it very helpful when there is a lack of communication. So this is definitely something I would go with if I am currently running by myself. Now, this one right here is if you're in a team. So now the question becomes is how should I set up or how should I actually space these to be allowed to, be able to have my team, if I'm running with a team, what should I tell them to run and what should they do? Alright, so that's a very interesting question, and this is where we're going to go in. So if you have a team, you're definitely going to want to have two people running this one, which is the ammo cache. You're always going to be wanting to have this one just because you're going to want a time when you're, especially if there's a lot of ads and you're shooting them and wasting bullets, you're going to be running one of them. And you're going to want to have another two people running the first aid. So two people running this one and two people running this one. All right, so this is a team build. So you're gonna tell, okay, you know what? Put on ammo cache, two of you, and then two of you put on booster shot. So the next one that you're gonna want to do is all of you, yes, all of you should be running this mod. So this mod is the one with the plus sign, is the third one down. So what this does is says allies using reinforced coverage slowly recover their health and get their skill cooldown decrease. So what does this do exactly, and what does it make? What does it do? So pretty much this mod right here, when allies start throwing grenades at you or start shooting you, usually if the sniper shoots you with a one shot, what this does, it allows you to recover your health while you're in cover or while you're in the proximity of this, the device or the area. Not only that, but it allows you to actually decrease the cooldown of your skill. So you become 25% damage resistant. That is the base. But in total, you become 32% damage resistant. So if someone throws a nade at you and you're kind of in cover, trying to, kind of get away from a boss or someone that's, a yellow bar enemy, this is going to actually make you resistant. So if he throws a nade at you, you won't die. You'll survive the nade because your health will be recovering as you go. Not only that, but it also gives you a 22% damage buff, making it really, really, really helpful when you go ahead and get that buff done. So all of you should be running the Recharger mod, because that's going to help you get your ability as quickly as possible. So definitely Tactical Link is a very good one to go, and then I would go with a Recovery Link, and third I would pick this one because this one actually makes you resistant to damage and it gives you speed. This is especially very effective if you're trying to get away from a situation or a boss is charging you. If you're trying to get away, you can definitely go ahead and hit that up. But this one is very, very helpful when you are running as a team. So that's the build, guys. Once again, if you're running solo, have this one and this one with Tactical Link. If you're running solo and don't have a team, you're just joining matchmaking, run this one and this one plus this one. So all these three right here in the bottom, right there. If you're running as a team, 2 of you should be picking up the booster shot. 2 of you should be picking up the ammo cache, and everyone should be running the smart cover, and you guys are able to pick exactly whatever type of super or ability you guys want to go ahead and use, or signature move. So that's it for today, guys. Let me know if you guys do this and you try it out. Let me know if you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, make sure you guys share it with your friends. Let them know, especially if you're running as a team. This is going to help you do challenge modes a lot easier if you do this setup like I told you. Let me know if this video was helpful and informative. Make sure you guys leave a comment and a like. And don't forget, guys, for all things The Division, head over to GamerFusion.com, where we empower your gaming.